my sloppy preparedness and standard definition glory, we are going to recreate the level we've been working on. I believe this is the third basic iteration now. We're going to ditch the bridge because, cool as it was, it didn't really serve the purpose I wanted. We never did figure out a way to get people to man the machine guns to make the approach or frontal assault impossible. So this did not make a convincing fort. There's an easy back door, and you can just really rip up everybody on the island from this shore with a sniper. So not really that defensible. So we're going to start anew. Now, the reason I wanted to start anew is because I've discovered something. We're going to go through how to do objectives here in just a little bit, but I want to show you why I changed my mind about rebuilding it real quick. So we're going to see the size of the objectives here. Not that one, sorry. There we go, okay. It's tricky. Okay, this is a seize objective, so it's kind of like the players move here and attack and take it over. I'm really irritated because I can't change the size of it. At least I don't know how to if it's possible. So I wanted to actually make a discrete space where it's all enclosed inside that thing, so the players know that they've actually completed the objective, not like half off the objective like it was over here. It doesn't encompass the whole island. So this one's going to be better. So I thought, well, we could put at least a few medical tents on there. Even if it was only one, we could make it sort of like a special patient scenario, like patient 0 is supposed to be housed there. And you're going to investigate and find it, because you can see there's no way to get to that. That's probably too long of a swim, and you still basically have to secure this area anyway. And this is a nice flat open area. I thought I could leave the rest of the island basically as it is, and just really build up this as the Russian thing. And if we have some left over, report. Basically the same plan we did before. We make the last zone first, and then backfill content before that as we have the resources. This time I'm also going to do a more basic shaping of the objectives with the placing of stuff. Like, I'm going to do it quick and dirty so I can get a play test on the new concept and start refining it, because I feel like the pace I wanted to go at, I wanted to get, like, 7 episodes? I wanted to get that done in about 3 episodes. I wanted that to be about 10 hours to get to where I am right now. So, but there's a lot of learning, and I'm also fairly new to military simulators, so there's all that. Okay, right. Let's get to the how to do objectives. So we're going to come up here to the airport, and we're going to start here. So, okay, actually, let's restart from Tabula Rasa, and I'll take you right from the beginning on how to put objectives in and how to get to the customization and all that stuff. We're going to explore all of that stuff right here, see? Okay. We start right here at Goofy Clown Face. Okay. The first thing we need to do is edit scenario properties to put in a faction, because you have to have a faction in order to place an objective. So in this instance, we're going to put in American Soviet. We could put in all of them. Let's just put it in American Soviet so you can see what happens when there's 2. Okay, so in the bottom left, there you can see the American and the Russian flag there in the boxes by the D-pad prompt. I'm going to hit that prompt, and we see U.S. Army and Soviet Army. None of them have objective respawn points yet, so we're going to place down. We're going to select American, and we hold triangle button to open the faction objectives menu. Starting at the top, we've got a spawn point. We can put a move objective, a seize objective, which we just saw, a defend objective, or a custom objective. And we're going to go through each of these. We're going to place them down so you can see the icons and all that stuff. First is the spawn point. When we add the properties of that, you can change the faction of it. So if we decided that we instead wanted the Russians or the other factions to spawn there, you just move that. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. You can also enable supplies on it if you have supplies enabled in the world. I don't at the moment, so that option is grayed out for me. And you can enable or disable the spawn point as you see fit. Okay, let's get off the lock for that. Go down the runway a little bit. Again, we're using the D-pad to select America. Press the button again for the prompt. We have a move objective. Pretty self-explanatory. They move there. The circle is much smaller than the C's. There's a text box to get all these different options. Move, investigate, retreat, exfiltrate, expedite, race. So this is race. That's interesting. There's an autocomplete task on this. So basically, I'm assuming your players just have to touch this, and they're good to go. I don't know if I couldn't tell you yet if it's just one of the players of a unit or the whole squad or what, because, well, I just don't have the tools to discover that, to put it nicely. Okay, seize objective, we've just seen that one. Description, move fast and seize the objective. Properties on that, there's different ways to say seize, attack, assault, secure, breakthrough, breakout, all that stuff. And it's got an autocomplete as well. Moving on down the line. Defend objective. Properties on that. Defend, hold the line, hold for evac, hold for support, and survive. And on all of these, there's a text field after that description where you can name it whatever you like. Bravo, Wonkadonk, I don't know. The sky's the limit. Or rather, there's functionally an infinite number of variations. Okay, and last we have custom objective. This is where we're going to explore all the options on the Hot Wheel. Okay, so the properties on this is really objective. That's the most generic umbrella. Anything you can think of could apply to that. Recon, suppress, stand down, wait, assemble, prepare, rescue captives, board vehicle, locate contact, take captive, target killing, locate vehicle, steal vehicle, destroy vehicle, locate intel, locate asset, ambush, locate base, prepare defenses. I'm wondering, we're going to see out if we can tie this custom objective to a vehicle when we select destroy vehicle. In fact, I'm going to do that right now before I forget about it. Okay, no, it won't be. It says you still have to manually change it, so I got excited for nothing. Right. Okay, Game Master only ping, that's a standard option. Ping for the players, move the camera, complete objective, fail objective, snap to terrain, delete, find an entity browser, we'll select that. Nothing. Okay, and then on the bottom right, we've got all these different things we can go through. So it's just good to know we can flip through all those things we just placed very quickly, no matter where they were on the map. If these were scattered all over the island, we could flip through all 5 of them in a matter of seconds. Probably 2 seconds if you were quick. So, I don't know. I guess that about covers it for objectives. I know basically what I need to know. If I've got 3 phases for my game, I think that should be symbolized by 3 objectives. So we're going to go ahead and delete all these. They're not, those were just test entities. We don't need to reload again if we've done that. So now we have our blank slate again. We are going to start with placing the seize objective here. That's the endpoint. We're going to build around that. That's our seed, if you will. And well, actually, first let's edit the scenario properties. And we're going to talk the overview about what I want the game to be. So this is going to be, until I have other players test it, it's going to be a solo mission because it's basically for my enjoyment and your enjoyment if you're watching. I don't know about y'all, but I don't have good internet, and I can't really do multiplayer PvP in the fashion that I'd like. When I see professional streamers who have like 20 ping, and then I look at my 50, 60 ping standard, it's like, What am I doing? And that's as good as it gets. It goes downhill from there. So when I have connectivity issues, sometimes I like to have a single player experience because it's nice and crisp. So if you're in the same boat, have internet or somebody's hogging it because they're watching streaming during your only game time, and you'd like to make a single player campaign that is, well, you're watching the right video because that's what I'm doing. Just the Americans. We could also have the civilians spawn in, but that's more of a finishing touches thing to make an alternative campaign. But it is intriguing. One of the goals I have for this playthrough is to make a Russian armory because I want to be able to use Russian weaponry. I figured there's going to be some place that's guarded well enough that we can either leave a truck or an outright armory for the Russians there. So let's select the Americans. We're going to put down the seize objective. That is the cornerstone of the entire thing here. It begins. Fast seize objective. So let's see if we can put a better description on that. Attack, assault, secure, breakthrough, breakout, search, and destroy. Let's do secure. I like the way that sounds for now. Very good. Okay, we don't want to move it. So let's take a look at the map overall and find out how we want to shape this thing. So as you can see, the island is roughly in the shape of a croissant with an airport stuck inside of it. The objective is on a point sticking out of the airport, and the easiest way to start would be to just say spawn down here at this lighthouse. And that's good. That works for me. I like to go counterclockwise around maps because it's just the way I explore. That's the way I learned to totally secure the level in like Wolfenstein or Doom. There's a method. If you follow the right-hand wall and just stick to it, you won't get lost. If there's a pillar, you go to the closest point of the pillar, travel to the pillar, and put it on your left side and follow it that way. But it's a real simple method. It would have worked I think it's the method they used in the Labyrinth. I can't remember. It's been too long ago. I was a teenager when I read Greek mythology, and I'm a grandpa age now, so it's been some time. Right, so we're going to spawn down here on Bald Ridge somewhere, maybe on Rookery Point, Gull Island. Yeah, actually, that would be kind of poetic. Let's spawn there. No, we'd have to swim if we spawned there. The spawn point is more going to be determined by how my patience can stand up to running from the spawn point to the nearest action, or if I want to give myself a vehicle when I spawn in. So, like before, the plan is we're going to have a final zone. In this instance, it's going to be the airport. I would like to put up a bunch of medical tents. We're going to fight the Soviet faction because we're going to use all their assets to create this sort of spooky quarantine vibe on this thing. By liminal spaces in the YouTube description, I mean that sense of there should be people here and there's not, and it's scary. I think that harkens back to, like, if you think of caveman days or hunter-gatherer days, so to speak. If you go into a place where there's supposed to be folks and there ain't no folks there, you got to ask where'd they go? Did they die? Did what kill them or happen to them is it going to happen to me? Maybe I should get the heck out of here. That's liminal space fear in a nutshell. So, in order to use creativity to synthesize what's actually happening in the game level to the story, the narrative that the player has, most of the island is empty. There's no civilians, and I don't know if there ever would be in the game, frankly. I would hope not, knowing how people are. Although I would enjoy that. I could do it right. But anyway, there's no civilians and there's no cars unless I put them there. So my plan is use the resources to create the end zone. And we're going to try and use the rest of the resources. If we can fill in some bad guys at the city, if we can fill in bad guys at the town, we're going to but we want to use civilian cars dotted around to make it look like there was a big oh shit moment and everybody left the island in a hurry. And that's why there's nobody on the island, just Soviet guys and the players. So let's get going. I think the next step is to put down some Russian tents right here on the airport runway. Now, one of the things I was thinking about doing was, because there's no airplanes in the game yet, I could box off this runway with towers, like the Russians did that so no planes could use the runways without a ground force being here to disassemble the towers and get them out of the way and such. And then we could have helicopters parked on the runway for the the players' fun and profit in supplies and supply transport. And it would also give 4 separate towers for the player to, well, maybe only 3, since this is such a small spot right here. I don't know that I would put one there. There might not be enough for the footprint inside. Or maybe there is, I don't know. Maybe we could just put one, well, the idea is that the players use the towers to snipe out the runway, and then still are able to get away. So we might put them over by the trees. Maybe we'll put some, like right here might be a good spot. I don't know. But that's the plan. We're going to build up the runway. We're going to try to make some ways for the players to assault the runway without making it too easy. I do want to make a formidable nutshell, so to speak, for the players to crack, because what I built on Gull Island didn't really look that good because there was no level space, and it wasn't really a satisfying objective because it was just too damn easy. It didn't feel like military professionals designed it. It felt like a know-nothing Dumbo designed it. And because that's what happens. So we're going to learn from that and do the same know-nothing Dumbo, but just with slightly more wisdom here. We're going to learn as we go and probably change it 3 times before we're finished with it and play it. But here we go. First thing, medical tent. I want to put down at least like 8 of those bad boys, because that is the vibe we're going for. Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little thing called germs. Or the fear of germs, more appropriately. It's a plot by the Soviets. There's no plague, there's no sickness, there's no quarantine. There's only the Soviet plot war machine thing. Yes, yes. They're evil, don't you know? They say, Pожалуйста. Very menacing. Очень хорошо. It's like, because I wanted to be different. Excuse me. Because I wanted to be different. While the other kids were taking French or Spanish, something, practical, especially Spanish here in America, I was taking Russian because it was more interesting to me. And I learned a little bit about Russian culture, which is pretty cool. And how it tied into their language and stuff. It was very eye-opening. And I got to say, if you're going to live in the real world, learn Spanish. If you're going to play shooter video games, learn Russian. For real. I mean, come on. They're always the bad guys. That or German. I mean, I don't know. Germans, I don't know. That doesn't have the same flair for me. Maybe it's different for you. Although when I listen to Rock Me Amadeus by Falco, that's when I want to learn German. That's why I would learn German. Number 1 reason. Do you ever have those ridiculous daydreams of being famous? Is it at your dull day job? Do you dream of something more? Do you want to pay a stranger thousands of dollars and exploit you for your dream? Well, give me all your contact information. 555, fleece the sheep. Where are we going to put our tents? Do we put them on the runway? Let's put them on the runway. It's a quarantine, right? They're going to stick them in the very backmost corner of where it's flat. Let's do it on the pavement. Why don't we do it in the road? Okay. We're using the width of the door frame on the tent for reference as to where we want to space this. Want to be, let's say we want to be able to drive around the outside of it with a Jeep. So let's give a road width there. How much is a road width? Right there, compared to the tent. Okay. Let's be generous. We'll go right here. I think this line goes all the way down, does it not? Yes, it does. Let's follow that line. Okay, door width space. Let's put a truck in there so we can gauge our space. I want to be able to drive around the outside of this sucker. There's going to be no thing called medical. Why can't I get my filters right? Oh yeah, I forgot I could just reset the filters. All right, there we go. Vehicle, Soviet, Jeep, place. Navigating completely by feel. There's just barely 2 lanes. That's plausible that would be a Soviet road. I don't know why they would put dirt under the tents. Maybe to make it soft when people fall down. Doesn't matter. All right, let's rewind it. I'm happy with the spacing, but I want the game timer to be at 0. It's a thing. You know how it goes. Okay. The Jeep and the player can stay. We want more of these tents. So let's go to Entity Browser. It's not a vehicle, it's an object. I think if we just go to tent, we'll see it. Yeah, there it is. You think we could sink it down so it's under the ground? I don't see the foundation. No, that's as low as she goes. Okay. So be it, Jedi. There might be ticks on some of you chicks, but there ain't no fleas on me. I wish I didn't lock to it and jerk my camera around each time. I want this to be uniform. So what is that? This would make a dozen tents. Let's put another road on the inside. We'll grab that one now. All right. This looks like a map called Karanteen. The piece de resistance. I don't know how to do French thing. I just copy what I hear in TV show and movie. Or like a lot of folks, I'd expect. Do we want to put the tents on the island instead? Let's go to whirl. I think we can just... I think the space is too big, but let's see how we do. Let's see, how many could we fit on there? We squeeze them a little tighter. Hold on, just a little bit tighter. By Jove. Trim the fat, I think we'd have it. Yeah. I'm feeling it. Marky Mark, feel it. It is a good vibration and a sweet sensation. All right, let's start saving it. Make a good habit. Edge of Karanteen. Yes. We want to make a new file. Let's make a new file. What are we going to call this one? Let's start using serial numbers so we don't get confused. This goofy name stuff is not technical enough to my satisfaction. Karanteen 3.0. Can I use that? Let's not use that if it's going to delete the point. There might be a problem with it. So let's just call it Karanteen 3. All right. Session saved, no problem. So far, so good. Do we want to move this objective in that center? Because that's going to... Yes, we do. And those aren't quite perfectly spaced. Like you. You're out of line. You guys got to get it together here. This is not... We're an evil Soviet base here. We can't be out of alignment. It's much better, yes. Okay. So there's the secret island. I know for damn well we can get across that on foot and not have to swim. So the question is now, how do we fortify this from the rest of the island? There's a house right here. Oh, is that good? That's good. Observation point. I didn't know about that. And here's a nice hardcover with a window. Can we go inside? And now he's inside me. Okay. Yeah, all right. Feel good about it. So, do you think sandbags a feature of this? Not in this iteration. We're doing basic shaping. We're just doing a few objects for the basic shape. Mostly we want to place down the enemies. So in lieu of my own fortifications, I'm going to stuff all the Soviets I can into the existing structures around the airport. We're going to start with the things... We're going to start with the military sites and go from there. So this military site, let's do it upright. We're going to put a sniper team on the roof. It only makes sense. Okay, there are no groups of Soviets named Tent. We've established that fact very well. Rightio. Okay, we want the sharpshooters. Where are you, sharpshooters? What are regular sharpshooters? Let's put special forces sharpshooters. They're not going to be dinking around on this. Where are your sharpshooters at? Okay. There we go. That's the guy. We're going to put 2 of these. Wait, what did I just do? How do I... And then another one. Do I need an observer up there? I think we need an observer as well. No results. What about a scout? Scout radio operator and a scout. That should be sufficient, yeah? 2 whole sniper teams, one of them's got a radio. If that's not overkill, I don't know what is. Let's see if we can go ahead and put snipers on the roof around here. Is there a tall enough structure with a ladder? Yes, right here. All right, let's do it. We're just going to do 1 this time. This isn't as good a vantage point. We're a little sharp. Let's put the regular sharpshooter over here. One with a helmet. Yeah. Feel good about it. All right. Can we put guys on this roof? Is there a... I don't see a hatch or anything. No. Karanteen roof. Let's see. And of course, we got to put some badasses over here. So let's see. Who is the Soviets' finest in this game? It's got to be Special Forces, right? 2 Special Forces squads. That sounds like overwhelming force to me. I again have the impulse to give them sandbags. You know what? Let's be real. Let's bring on the pain. Let's bring the pain. We're going to put a tower here. Sniper tower. So what was the kind that was... I think this one looked more Soviet. Would that have a good vantage point of the... Basically, we want this tower to lock down the approach and the island. We don't want the player to get it. This is just for the enemies, actually. So why don't we go right here? Let's make sure the ground there is good. We'll mouse it in. Mousy. Je t'ai mis mon petit chéri. See, which way do we have the ladder face? There's the ocean. Let's have it face the land in case we climb up there. We don't want to go down the stinking ocean. Okay. Let's put it down here by cover. Yeah. Yeah, I feel good about it. Okay. Let's put some more sharpshooters up there. There are no characters named Tower. We have verified it again. Well, there's a lot of these dudes, ain't they? Senior rifleman. That's interesting. That's who's going to be around this place. Special Forces Grenadier. Let's search. Specialists. Machine gunner, medic, grenadier, sharpshooter, sapper, radio operator. I just used tab to open the entity browser, and I've never done that before, and I did it. Wow, that was very strange. I don't think I consciously ever took that information in. Strange but meaningless, right? Doop-a-doo. Okay, so we've got 3 sniper teams, 2 special forces squads. I'm feeling like there's going to be some sort of checkpoint or some sort of stuff right here. Let's put a command tent. That's enough of a present. Or if we can get another composition that just has, I just basically want workable cover for a fighting force. On a bunker. Heavy vehicle. Living quarters. That could work. Let's put a field hospital in a living quarters. That's going to look like. Can it fit in this thing? What are these for? I don't know. I think the living quarters is going to be much larger than that space. No, it's not. Well, shut my mouth. Get off this. Get on with it. If you want to change the entity, shut your mouth and start to spin it. Okay. Let's put some of those Seamer rifle dudes down here. And we'll put let's see, people, not vehicles. Ooh. Oh wait, command tent. Let's do a command tent. Put the command tent in the middle. It's composition. One thing at a time, right? Composition, command tent, where are you? There we go. I rather like this little sap here. We could totally surround this command tent with sandbags. These ridges, could put positions on top of those, all kinds of stuff. But for now, this will do. Let's see. What do we got? We want to put soldiers here. That's the whole point. That's the cover for the soldiers. We don't want characters this time. We want a group. I feel like this is where we put the bulk grunt sort of force. We can put platoon headquarters there. We can put a rifle squad here next to the living quarters. We can put some medics over here. Medic, where are you? Medical support team, there it is. And now that we've done that, let's give them an ambulance. Vehicle, car, ambulance. Jolly good. Okay, so let's put another rifle squad in each of the military sites. And I think that will be good for forces because each one of these guys can kill me like 3 times if the game doesn't go right. So there's a buttload of them. So I think we're definitely going to need those sniper towers in order to tackle this stuff. And that might make it too easy, but I don't mind. It's part of this is not just to make things. It's Saturday morning, and I want to have a little fun. So we're doing it. You know, it can be all of these things. That's what we're learning. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bruce Lee. He's famous for being like a superhuman fighter, unquestionably the best fighter that we know of from the 20th century in terms of hand-to-hand combat. I dare say he could probably have beaten anybody in a fight from the 20th century, like any boxer, any wrestler, anybody who did martial arts. I think Bruce Lee could have whooped their ass. That guy, I mean, he pushed it to the limits, beyond the limits of what most people consider human. It was unbelievable. But he wasn't just like some dumb brute. He was a very intelligent man. I think part of that has to do with being from China and coming to the United States, having a foot in both lands and both cultures. Because you got to think from his perspective, you know, like he had a rough time from bullies in China, comes to America, and America's supposed to be the melting pot. And when he gets here, you know, there's still people being assholes, you know, and his motivation was to find a way to actually protect himself from these people and making a fighting system, I think. And so he took that concept of melting pot America and his practical disregard for classical Chinese form, and it all stirred up with this, you know, philosophical mind, and it came up with the Tao of Jeet Kune Do. It's a really excellent book. It goes from like literal like punching and training techniques to like the grand scope of, you know, martial combat as a whole. Very good stuff. If you're take a look at Bruce Lee, if you're interested in him at all, check out his book. It's pretty good. I would recommend. All right, so we got the military site set up here. I'm done talking about Bruce Lee. What do we do? What do we do? I think I would also like there to be an approach to the military site. So we're going to put 2 more guys up here. Let's put some low-ranking, mid to long-range fighters there. Rifle squad, sapper team, ammunition supply team, medical team, basic fire team, machine gun team, patrol team. Why don't we put a machine gun team there? And we'll put one of those. Oh yeah, the towers. We've got to put towers up. We're going to make a tower pass. Currently overstocked. Oh no, really tall Snapple towers. Did I say Snapple? Anything can happen on the channel. You've got to know that. Not a Soviet object. It's just an object. Okay, transmitter tower. Those crazy Soviets put those sniper towers everywhere. We got to use them against them. Where would this tower be? It would be close to the military base. That's what it's overwatching. And then let's do the blocking the airplanes thing. No plane fly. The ladder faces to the left of the arrow, if you're curious. We established that a couple of videos ago. I don't feel really stupid if it's exactly the opposite of that. That tends to be the mistake I make. No, that information is correct. The ladder does face to the left of the arrow, directional arrow. Okay, we got bad guys and all that stuff. I'd like to sneak a little Soviet armory somewhere around that maybe I get a little dip into before I actually fight all those bad guys. So why don't we come over here and just put one down? That's close enough, right? We're going to look for Soviet composition, and it is going to be ammunition supply point. I like that. Let's look at the, okay, scenario properties. We need to do scenario properties before we start dinking around with the entities. Global supply usage, yes. Ultimately, I'd like to make this a conquest simulator, as we've established in prior videos. All these options are fine. Time of day is fine. Time progression, yes. Brighter night, we're not even going to get to night on this run. That's not important. Auto wind, auto weather. Fuel consumption, consciousness, bleeding rates, that's all fine. Save and close. So, supplies on this. Enable arsenal, yes. I think that's a bug. Yeah, that was just a bug. Okay, so does that mean why can't I unlock weapons and equipment? Does that mean I can't use it? Supplies, yes. Support structures. I don't see a slider for the... Why could I not scroll this bar down? I'm going to grab it with the mouse. Okay, do I just click them or... No, that's not it, do we? Okay, there we go. I'm glad we've done this. Little treat for the bitterness of the defeat we're sure to face. I'm going to save and close that. Do we want to move that off of there a little bit? Better. Let's do this for the player. Let's do this for these babies. Y'all need to step up your AV. Man, my heart sank so much when I saw that my streams are going out in standard definition. Like, I saw a viewer pop in one time, and they were there for a couple seconds, and they popped out. Like, I was driving a truck full of supplies and talking about how I was going to resupply the base. And then I was like, why did they do that? And then I looked, I was like, oh, it's standard definition. Like, you got to really like my content to want to do standard definition. I get it. It's fine. I really like my content. Part of me doing this is a record for other people. Like, I would like my, well, there's kids of what would be my grandchildren's generation. So I would like them to know who I am, what I was like. And this is an easy way to capture a lot of that. So, feel good about it. Do we want to put a vehicle up here? Do we make a vehicle pass? Yes, I think we make a vehicle pass because I'm not going to be running a whole lot. This is not, we're not doing that. I'm tired of doing it. That's why I stopped playing multiplayer just now, because I was going for a supply run, and like a dummy, I saw the roadblock. There was no bad guys there, so I thought it was clear, and it was clear of bad guys. So I tried to go around the truck blocking the checkpoint, and I ran over a freaking mine. It's like, damn it, you drive for 3 minutes, you get blowed up, then you got to do it all over again. It's like, let me just go to Game Master and make a solo thing. I want the experience I want. If I had a team of buddies who didn't mind that my connection sucks and I don't know, I am how I am, then that would be different. It'd be a lot of fun to play Arma. But I don't do that. It's hard for me to do things at a set time or scheduled time. I feel trapped. I have this weird avoidance of obligations. Confining, it seems. I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to be predictable. What do we want? We just want a Jeep. What are the vehicles that let me put down? Oh, wait. Wait. Before we do the vehicle pass, we need to save it. We're going to save as Karanteen. Okay. Karanteen 301. Okay, session save no problem. Let's start dumping in vehicles. If this save breaks, I don't know how the bug works. I don't know if that last save gets corrupted if I put in vehicles or what. But anyway, let's not go Jeep crazy, but we are going to put some in. One in each town. That will work. Let's put one by... We already put one by that harbor. Let's put one by this harbor. Since this is the area where we're likely to spawn, I'm probably going to put some bad guys here to guard this vehicle, and that'll be first combat encounter. Let's put one down here by the lighthouse. That's just for realism. Let's put a scout up there, a radio scout. Scoot. So you get a radio thing too. Let's give him a radio thing. Radio. Have the time, have the power, yet to have your finest hour in. All we hear is Radio Gaga. Goo goo gaga. All right. We don't have to, we're not going full build a level on the towns. We're just going to drop in a squad, call it a day, because I would like to play test this and not agonize over details that are probably going to be lost in an iteration, you know what I mean? So let's put plain old rifle squad here in Beauregard. But what's the most central area? What's the most sheltered area? I think right here. Right here. This is the place. Where's that Jeep? We'll put the Jeep on the other side, away from the fighting. Where can we park it? Is there a garage? I bet there is. Right here? Oh, That's not realistic at all. How about right here? Gotta put it in this little nook right here. That's fairly protected. Fairly hidden as well. In fact, if we place it right, you wouldn't be able to see it from inside the building, would you? Make sure we can drive out of there. Okay. With a little, well, not with a little luck, but just with a little time, I'm going to forget where I put most of these things, so it'll be a little more realistic playthrough, not like I'm having the psychic power. Okay, so there's a rifle squad over there. Let's put a light fire team right here. And what else, what else, what else? So we're going to put some guys by the harbor. I kind of want to put a sapper team down somewhere. I'm not even sure entirely what a sapper does. I remember in the Dune 2012 game, Dune 2000. Oh, great game. Loved it. The sappers they would move into a building and destroy it. So I'm assuming that's what a sapper does. Like they're the guys who go in and destroy the munitions for the bad guys and whatnot. So let's put some down here. Like there is no, not grenadier team. Machine gun, anti-tank platoon, sapper, there we go. Maybe they'll have explosives I can play with. That would be fun. He's got an AK. He's got an AK. All right, there's those guys. There's Harbor down there. There's Arleville Heights. Let's put our spawn back over here where it was before, just so we don't have to relearn part of the map in order to get along. Okay, enough of the Soviet entities. Let's put in a U.S. spawn point. What do we want? What do we want? Do we want a composition? There's the command post. We're not going to reinvent the wheel here. We're going to put it where we determined was good before and just weren't able to. Was it like this? You know what? Here worked fine. Let's just do that. There's enough room to pull a truck up in between the tree and the supplies. Let's call it good. There are the properties, enable supplies. We want to put yes on that. Starting out percentage of supplies. Since we are not filling out the level with free supplies, let's go ahead and put some in, because I know I'm going to get frustrated and want them there, so let's just do it now. We'll do one initial spawn with just iron sights. We'll do it on foot, and then as we start dying, we'll start using the goodies. And we are going to put in a vehicle here. Let's put in a fair whack of vehicles, actually. We'll make them weak vehicles, but vehicles nonetheless. We want it to be a car. Now, I've had the random entities bug out when I put them in, so I'm not going to do that this time. In honor of old school gaming, let's do red, blue, and green. That was the color of the pixels in old TVs, CRT monitors, wasn't it? Well, I should hope so. Feel good about it. Very good. Okay, so that's 3 chances. Let's put one over here too, like a hot rod. a Jeep. What color? Let's do an orange one. The funky purple top. Okay, I think that's enough to get going. We've used one of those budget numbers. We've used a lot of people, 60%. Only 40% of the cars, less than 20% of the object budget, just over 15% of the system budget. So I think this should be lean enough to not have any problems. We're going to go ahead and name it Karanteen 3.2, just in case. Karanteen 302. Save that bad boy. No problem saving the session. I feel good about it. All right, we have a spawn point for the Americans, the American faction. Just one more look at the scenario properties. Yes. Spawn cost supply multiplier. Do we want it to cost supplies to spawn? No, because I don't want to be penalized. This is a test. If I was actually playing the game and I wanted it to be challenging, I would turn that on. Item loadout, saving allowed. Server-wide ambient music. Time of day. Time progression. Yes. Automate weather. Yes. And yes, that's all good. Okay, save and close. I think we are good to session save, no problem. What are we gonna do? Let's put one more bad guy in over here by the church. I want to put one armed. Actually, I want to run a test. I want to know if you can kill somebody with just a knife. In order to do that, we gotta add in a dummy. Let's make it a civilian. Like this guy. What's up with that hat? He deserves to die. Okay, can I use my knife as a weapon? I can add it to a quick slot. What does that do? Nope. Can't knife somebody. All right, buddy. You got real lucky. Let's rewind it. So lucky. Big stretch. Big stretch. Yes. Okay, let's think about this. What is our objective in the test? Our objective in the test is to determine if we have good level of enemy opposition, knowing that they will run to the sound of gunfire. We want to see how much they come running when I take out the... I want to put one guy near the base, and we'll shoot him. No, we'll do the harbor guys. We'll leave it as it is. Maybe put a guy by the church. That's what I was going to do to see if I could kill him quietly, but... Yeah, we just want to test the manpower we have on the ground, essentially. I know I didn't give them any cover. That's why I put them inside the hard cover that's there. There's no shotguns in this game. That would be... I would be a monster with shotguns in this game. In fact, when I was playing multiplayer this morning, me and two other guys were rolling in a Jeep trying to... The game had just started out. We were less than 20 minutes into the game. Probably more like 5 or 10 minutes into the game, like maybe one or two respawns. Anyway, it was dark. That was the main thing. So we're going down the road, and somebody opens fire on us. Can't really see who it is. It's probably FIA guys. You know, the bots on the Conquest map. So we get out of the Jeep, we're fighting back. I try to flank around the right, but I'm stopped by the headlights because when I get too close, they see and start shooting at me. My other guys aren't able to close in and get shots on them, so I back off and try to flank around the other way. They turn the headlights off, so we're all hidden in the dark again. But the light is coming up, so there's not much time. So I haul ass around their left flank, get all the way up on their left side and behind them, and start moving towards the sound of the gunshot because they're going full ham with the gunfire, right, unsuppressed. And I move in on him. It is a FIA guy, but it was cool. I closed in on like 3 guys in the darkness and just waited till I had a shot, and then just unloaded on him and dropped him dead before they hit the ground. It was I clipped it. I'm going to make a video out of it because I thought it was fun. Then I got too close and got hammered, but you know, I had a good time. All right, here we go with this game. What do we want to do? We want to do our first spawn. Not this guy. I'm sorry. I'll just rewind one more time. We want to spawn in. We want to use the respawn menu, not the place a guy menu, because the place a guy comes in with a random gun. Deleted. Okay, respawn menu. That's all good. Do I want more coffee? You know, I think I'm going to make more coffee for this. I feel like we need to juice some stuff. So I've got sniper vantage points all around. I think one of my main objectives should be to get a sniper rifle. And to do that, I don't remember already where I've placed the snipers. I know they're around the airport. If it comes right down to it, I can always close in on a roof team at the airport, probably the weaker one, grab their guns, and book it. Or I might find a FIA shooter that has an appropriate rifle. That 7.62 gun that they carry is a monster. It's a monster. I've dropped guys dead with torso shots many, many times, and I'm very happy with that gun. You can't put a sight on it. That's the only bad thing about it. But for just like ground assault, primo. Anyway, coffee's going. Capture zone's there. Let's take a quick look. No, let's spawn in and then we'll take a look at the map. Damn it. Where is the spawn? The spawn is here. The spawn is here. Right. Capture zone. Capture zone? If I delete that, does that mean an enemy can't come take it? I don't know. All right. I gotta take a bio break here. So I'm gonna leave you guys looking at the objective here. You take a look at the end zone. Maybe we'll put some more objectives in before we get going. But I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Okay, so just about ready for playtest. It occurred to me that I would like to go ahead and have supplies on the ground ready to go. So I'm going to put in a supply dump, I think at this harbor or the other one. Um, which one is actually going to have this one? This one. Let's try this one. Maybe try both of them. Let's do both of them. Whichever one is easier to get to, we can just make that choice. Okay, so let's do it right here. Why don't we do it in the road? What do we got? We need to entity browser to the Sophia compositions for the supply drops. Supply depot. Yes. Perfect. And the other one? Magnificent. I kind of want to put a harbor crane there. I wonder if it would be tall enough to see into the base if we did that. We are testing things here, so let's go ahead and test stuff. Crane. You know, I might just use the Game Master to get to the top of the cranes. And this is super straight for. It does not go over the top, so it's not really worthwhile in this mode. Okay, but we got the towers up. We got the supplies up. We want to put supplies in the trunk of this Jeep. Actually, I toyed with the notion in my head of starting out this map with a construction truck and no command point. That was something that would happen in Dune. If you think about it, see, I would spawn the player in maybe down here by this pier. That one construction truck in this barn, and then you drive around the island and decide where do we want to put our base. But for now, we're just going to test it from the spawn point that we have because we know the way to Arlaville from there. And we're going to take these guys as our first engagement. Did I put the truck? Oh wait, a truck of supplies and Beauregard. Where do we have the truck of supplies and Beauregard? Let's put it where this Jeep is. Or we hide the Jeep instead. The Jeep. We hide here. The truck, we hide where the Jeep was. Soviet vehicle truck. What? Oh, there's no truck called crane. Ba-ba-da. Is there enough room to walk in there and get in this truck? I should think that there would be. But how do I know unless I actually do it? Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Mm. Man, that's good coffee. You know, if you do something for like 20 years, you get pretty good at it. If I do say so myself. You know, I'm happy with my coffee. And, you know, let that be a lesson to you. With cooking and coffee, like, if somebody is like grandpa age like me, if they're in their 40s and they don't know how to cook and they don't know how to make their own coffee, I don't know. I wouldn't have a lot of respect for that person, just generally speaking. Of course, you know, I meet people in real life and it's different. You always extend everyone courtesy and respect. But, I mean, what are you doing? Like, if you're not thinking about what you're doing with your life and you don't care that you eat bad food and drink bad coffee or whatever your beverage is, however if it's one that you prepare, if you don't take enough care to have quality for yourself, what are you doing with your life? Honestly, honestly, are you really enjoying yourself? That's just my philosophy. Okay, we're supplied up on that. There's the bad guys. Let's put another team over here. We're not going to give this truck away for free. Who do we put? Let's put an unarmed guy. Or, I don't know. Who would be most like a driver? A supply guy, right? Let's do the ammo bearer. That makes the most sense to me. Put him right there in front of the truck. Can't just sneak in and take the truck without making some noise. If you're going to steal it, you're going to be driving away under fire. Okay. So, I feel good about this. Let's try and save it. Let's do 3.3. We'll keep going. I know that's a lot of saves, but I don't know how and when these things get corrupted, so we're going to do what we can. Quarantine 3 point, what are we on? 3? 3.3. All right, everybody. I think we're just about ready to begin the robbery proper. Respawn menu. Time to deploy. Wait, did I do supplies right in this? What do we got for supplies? Yeah. Did that say 6,000? It does say 6,000. Why is there 6,000? I wanted 600. Something going on here. Alright, let me rewind. We're not going to have supply line gameplay if we start out with 6,000 supplies. Figure out what in the Sam hell is happening here. Is there a supply thing inside this barn I don't know about? The world is full of mystery. Why is the game chugging on this? I want to know. Okay, so maybe we start with 10%. If we did 100 and we had 6,000, we wanted 600. We're going to go down to 10%. Wish I could just type numbers to make this happen. This is a lot of button presses to achieve the objective. So it's like a quick time event. You still playing? Okay. Now, can we save again? All right, session saved. We're going to try deleting this capture zone. No, we can't delete the capture zone. Did it just duplicate it? Can't delete it. Okay, whatever. Whatever, you know, none of this matters. All right, respawn menu. Supplies should be at 600. We got cars. If we want a truck, let's put in one truck. In case I need to make a supply run, but I don't have a vehicle. All the toys, right? It's squishy. Like I said, I kind of feel like having a little fun and just testing the enemy force level. The force is strong with this one. Atlas White 2. Oh man, kind of got a different name. Why don't I be... Oh, come on now. How about this? We can just be what fuck. Wait. Wait, that's spelled incorrectly. There we go. Hercules Caucasian, Atlas White 2. Okay. We're not afraid to do things like that. We'll do it. Don't think I won't, because I did. Okay, now how many supplies do we have? I don't care. If it's wrong this time, I'm not going back out. I'm ready to play. 8,460. Okay, I don't know how this is happening. Do the vehicle inventories count towards the... Are there supplies in the vehicle trunks? What's happening? The world is full of mystery and magic. We are fully embracing that notion. Okay, we got our iron sights. We are going to go down the road to this place and get their stuff. I want those guns. The truck with the guns. So we're going to waste these guys, get their guns. We will be armed enough to do the assault on the town. And then we can take those supplies and... I want to at least take the Jeep of supplies before I start building the armory. You know, I can't get the entity to have the correct value of supplies at the moment. I don't want to figure it out. Take another 20 minutes of looking at a menu. I want to play. and across the woods. Tree line here. This feels like Skyrim now. I don't even have binoculars, folks. This is brutal. Wait, can I fix a bayonet? Yeah. Yeah. How do I... There we go. You stabbed some of our guys. Yeah. Is that not the... That is the place. Okay. So we are nearing the thing. Let's take this cautiously now. This is a military simulator game, and I've been playing it like an arcade thing too long. Let's do it right. Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right. Where are these goons? The Goonies. I don't know any Goonies quotes. I saw that movie when I was very, very young. And I remember being really thrilled by it. Like it was all magical and stuff because I was like a toddler. But I don't remember any of the dialogue. I don't remember any of the scenes even. I have a vague recollection of the set of the final part of the movie because I watched a video about how the kids didn't get to see that set until they were actually filmed, so they got their genuine reaction to the set on camera, and that was cool. And how about that Josh Brolin, right? I mean, you could write a book on that dude. I saw a video where he said his mom, like, confronted a gorilla, like, just by being sassy. I'm starting to think these guys are not here. Nobody's trying to kill me. I don't see a vehicle either. Is this not the thing? Do I look at the game master to tell? I don't want to do that. That's cheating. Let's just move in. If somebody kills me, they kill me. I put him right on the beach, didn't I? Let's stick to this cover. There they are. Ow. Flinch got me on that one. Well, we found the bad guys. Let's, what do we do? Let's spawn in another rifleman and just take control. I don't want to do the walk again. I can feel the walk. Rifle man. Nah. Take control. I need an equipment crate. We'll put down an equipment crate. and get binoculars out. That way I can look through the damn trees and see these guys before I'm literally on top of them. And there's two guys riddling my torso with bullets. Hello, where are you bad guys? I would like to shoot you now. Did they move up on my body? They did. Can't fucking see. They're still alive. That went well. Alright. Give me the gun. Give me your backpack. There's bombs in there. Alright. Alright. Give me your grenade. Give me your bandages. Since you guys shot me. Alright, we need to move quickly here. Didn't I put a Jeep down in this area? I can't remember now. What do you got for me, chump? More bombs. Oh, the clips, the clips. Why do they have the same guns I do? Oh, wait, no, they don't. They don't have the... It is an AK-47. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Got 3 mags. What do you got for me? Alright. Let's beat it. Where's the... Was there a Jeep? Surely I put a Jeep here. There it is. Why is it down there? Okay. We need to backtrack to base and reassess what's going on. I say we go back to base, build an armory, and assault the town geared up. Or at least not with the damn M16. I do not like that iron sight at all. You see how badly I did in that engagement. I mean, I'm not like a professional player or even expert player, but I can shoot somebody right in front of me. Now, the camera whip, you can't make your sights go any faster. It's a drawback. Can we decommission the other vehicles? No. Can we decommission this? No. What can we do? We are going to build. Alright, I got a better idea. Let's go to Game Master real quick. We're going to get rid of some of these cars because I don't like this chugging. That's enough vehicles. How do I remove that? Okay. Where's my character? What? Where's my character? Where'd it go? Am I still in the car? What happened? Did I delete the guy? Was he with the cars? I must have deleted my guy with the cars. No, wait, there I am. What am I doing over there? Oh, he's moving around on his own. Okay. Your brother's soul is mine. Right, let's build it up. Let's build the armory, get our gear going. Man, what is going on with this? I want to know. Okay, we're going to delete these cars too. Something is making this go wonky and I don't like it. Oh, is it because there's two flags? All right, new idea. Let's just delete all of this. What? Did we already bug the save? Tell me this is not happening. There, it's gone. Okay. We're going to put in a new US composition. Remember, we got to place it down and not move it. Placed it down. Let's just put the supplies in the truck. We know we're not going to have a problem doing that. Let's do it. The truck holds 600. That's how much supplies I wanted to have in base. Save and close. Make sure this is right. Enable supplies. Yes. Why is... Okay. Did I set scenario properties to global supply usage? Yes. Supplies. I don't understand what's happening. Why it's doing that. Okay. We don't want to mess with that. This is right, isn't it? We want to enable supplies. Yes, we want to enable supplies. Okay. Let's see if it's right. Okay. Was there another soldier around here? Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. That's a problem. Well, if we get shot, we get shot. If you put your gun... Yeah. It does shoot. It does shoot the truck. We are doing very good here. Don't you worry. The most important thing is not to hit the command tank. The most important thing is not to hit the... Okay. Just going to start fresh. Freshness. It must have been because I put supplies in before I enabled supply usage. Remember, that's the order I did the operations the last time I was fiddling with this as an entity. Anyway. We want to put down the ammo supply. Let's put it back here where we had it before. Had it right here, right? Yeah, right there. Where's the sign? There's the sign. All right, that should be good to get us started. Keep your finger off the trigger. Still alive, still getting bigger. That was stupid. I did not look at which option I was using. I was drinking coffee as that was taking place. Sounds like the day's business might be getting started here. Let's take a look. I am respecting your time very much here. Okay, ammunition's place. Right. We don't want much. We just want a sight on the damn gun. That's all I'm asking for. Actually, now that I got an AK, I don't actually need to do this, but I would like the bandages. I think I will be wrapping up the stream inside of an hour, maybe inside of 30 minutes, not sure. There's some carjacking going around, so I gotta drive the car back from, well, somewhere else to where I am. Okay, equipment, clothing. How are we doing on bandages? We did, oh no, we lost the guy who had the AK, so we're back to iron sights on this plug again. Why don't we... I think doing full silencer is too luxurious for this stage of the game. So we're just going to give ourselves the red dot sight. Call it good. That gives us an equal fighting chance. We'll get some... You know what? Let's use the heavy vest. We're doing an assault here. Tags... Order. Do we have the pass? What is that? We do have that vest. There's people yelling outside. Why? Do you? They came from the bushes. All right, did I get my medical stuff? We're gonna carry our radio. And a blood, some bandages. I think that's good. Is that good? Do we want to carry a pistol? We're running low on supplies. I don't think we need a pistol. We really don't need the bayonet. God, I hope we don't need the bayonet. All right, turn on more footage. Yep, I think I'm going to have to wrap up the stream there. I need to tend to business and respect other people's time here. So when we start up again, we're going to fully play test this. I think I might go ahead and restart the entire scenario and do it with supplies in the Jeeps that I have scattered around. Because with 2 guys around each Jeep and 200 supplies in each Jeep, that's 100 supplies per enemy, which is a fair balance. So, I guess I'm going to call that the stream. I'm also very hungry and I need to eat, and I can't crunch food in y'all's ear. So, but we learned about objectives a little bit. I hope you learned something there, and we're gonna play test the heck out of this new setup later on today, I would imagine. I just need to get this thing sorted out, and I'll be back. So look forward to that, and I'll catch you later.